Hello, welcome to another Roadie video. A bit of a weird one today. There's no original sound to this one, so you'll just have to trust me as I explain what's going on via voiceover. As you'll have already noted, that was me getting Roadie out of the car. We're going to the vets. I have a camera person, that's Rosie. So you'll see how I'm handling Roadie. Roadie doesn't traditionally do well going to the vet, like a lot of dogs. That's not that uncommon. So I decided, I have asked the vet if we can film, by the way. We haven't just decided to spring all this on them. They know what's going on. But yeah, so I just wanted to show how I go about, excuse me, dealing with a dog which doesn't traditionally do well being handled by other people, is aware of where this is, i.e. he knows he's at the vet. So this is a difficult area. This has history for him. Now the vet did come out. I was going to do some clever editing and get the vet, because the last part of the conversation we have with the vet at the end, there's the vet, was the vet explaining that last time Roadie basically wouldn't even go in the vet. He wouldn't even go in the door. I wanted to get that in the vet's words on film so everyone can hear it, and then cut back to this, and then you'll watch Roadie go in the vet and you'll see how he does, and you'll go, oh, amazing, look at that, Roadie goes in the vet. And why am I walking back and forth at the moment? The vet is assessing for a torn ACL, so she just wants him to walk up and down a couple of times. She wanted him to do it slow, but well, I didn't want to walk slow. That's Roadie for you. But it was obvious enough. The vet could see what she needed to see. He has been referred to a surgeon for a torn ACL. So yeah, that was mostly the assessment. That's all the vet needed to look at. The experience in this regard, can just tell by the way he's walking on his back leg. His back left, I think, is the yes, his back left, which is the damaged one. And he stands on it funny. He walks on it funny. It's just not a happy leg. So it's time to get X-rays or scans or whatever it is they want done, and potentially a surgery. So now we just stood around chatting. As you can see, I'm not doing anything with him. He's under no commands. At no point have I commanded him. Even when I went on that walk down the car park and back, I didn't say a word to him. I just walked and he just followed me. I did not call his name. I didn't say anything. I didn't do posies in. I didn't do anything weird. I just walked and he followed me. That's the goal. But yeah, this is why we do it outside. This vet is actually really good at that. They understand a lot of animals, find it quite intense and scary to go into a small building and into an examination room to get assessed and poked and prodded. So they do a lot. They do actually do a lot of their assessments outside for the animals, which I think is really good. However, because that's not really what I'm out, I want to show the successes of what we're up to. I said to the vet after, we've already done everything we need to do by this point. The vet knows everything she needs to know, and we've got everything. She'll speak to the owner because this is not my dog. We've got everything we need to. So I asked the vet, can we just go in and do a consult anyway and show what that looks like? And she said yes. So you'll see that in a minute. We will go in and do that, but we're just having a casual conversation because this was Rollo's vet and Tora's vet as well. So I don't know if that's what we were talking about. I don't remember if we got into that. Possibly not. But anyway, we're just having a chat, and as you can see, Roadie's just existing in the space, a bit of a shakeout of the nervousness, because he is still nervous. Like he's not confident about going into this place. There's the vet. It's nice. He has had teeth on this vet before when she visited the home and let herself in, which was not a great idea. But there you go. People make mistakes. So do dogs. Yeah. We'll have to wait till I go in, but again, I'm just letting Roadie explore. This is all crucial to getting him comfortable, is to let him explore the area. Let him use his nose. Here we go. Look, door open. Look, he's already there. You go. There's the nervousness. Check to see what I'm doing. You see that? He was going to go in, and then his brain went, oh yeah, actually we don't like this place. What's the guy holding the leash doing? He looked at me, saw me coming in, so he went in. So you're about to see the most force I will ever use. I want to get Roadie onto the scales. I'm not going to use the leash to drag him. I'm not going to force him, but I will grab him by the body. I will lift him up in a sec. It's force. No way of hiding that. It is force, but it's no pressure around the neck. Maybe you call this a bit more encouragement. I don't know. Maybe I do actually pick him up. He doesn't want to go on the scales. Yeah, fine. I can't remember what he weighed. It was 33 point something. So he's a healthy weight. He is a healthy weight. This here, he's saying, hey, I would quite like to leave. A little bit of shyness here going into the exam room, but as soon as Rosie, a camera person, walks in, okay, see, he's detecting how non-nervous the people are. So now we're in an examination room. Again, no commands, no force, nobody forced him to do anything, nobody pushed him. And now I'm just going to start poking him on the legs. So the vet's telling me what to look for, what to feel for. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, you can feel the difference in the leg. She said, usually with an ACL tear or a significant joint problem, one of the giveaways is the leg's hot in the area of the joint, hotter than the other one. now she's said that, it's kind of a leading question to me. I said as much to her that I could be persuaded I could tell that, or I could also be persuaded you've just mentally tricked me into thinking it. One of the other giveaways on Roadie, on his back left, he has some muscle wastage already where he's been limping for a while, which I hadn't noticed until she pointed it out. And then once you actually look, you can see, oh yeah, it's different. And he had a lot of twitches as well. He was having muscle twitches in the left leg, which is another indication. So he's just walked out because he was to leave. Fine. I didn't say anything to him. I just stayed where I was. Rosie filming him, I think, is what got his attention. But he wasn't under any duress to come in. So now we've shut the door. So now we're in the most stressful variation of this situation. And the vet's got treats out. That's fine. I don't really care if they do or don't. Roadie ignored the treat in her hand and put his face in the whole bucket. That's funny. So here's communication for you. Real communication. This is Roadie saying, I would like to leave. That's the vet pointing out where I think the muscles were twitching. I'm afraid because we've got fluorescent lighting in this room, the camera's having an issue with it, and you can't see some of that going on. But I'm just feeling the legs and feeling the twitching. But back to the communications. Roadie's facing the door, right at the door. Like, he is nose to nose with the door. He's saying, I've had enough. I'd quite like to go. I'm not particularly comfortable in this situation. He's not freaking out or anything. But that's just pure communication, and that's fine. He's allowed to communicate. He's allowed to tell us what he's thinking. He's allowed to tell us what he's feeling. So the vet has made contact with him on his back leg. He didn't bat an eyelid. I've made lots and lots and lots of contact with him. But again, he doesn't really bat an eyelid about me touching him, doing anything. I sort of picked him up and put him on the scales, so it's not a problem from that point of view. But this is as difficult as it got, which is to say not difficult. And there's a reason. Practice makes perfect, yes, absolutely. But, nice, I forgot I did that. It's all about just getting calm. Just getting calm and building something with your dog, which means they trust you. Could I have done this with him the first time I ever walked him? No, absolutely not. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know who I was. I wouldn't dare do this with a dog that's brand new to me and I didn't have the trust of. You can see how quickly he wants to get out, and that's fine. He doesn't want to be there. That's okay. But he has enough trust in me, and he's met Rosie a couple of times as well, to follow. And to not get wound up about it all. He understands that things are going on, but he's going around the wrong side of the car. So I did just let him hit the end of the leash there. No commands, didn't say anything, and then just grabbed the car door and opened it. See how ready he is to just get up and get in. So yeah, Roadie's saying, I would like to not be here anymore. And that's fine. I will never correct that. I will never do anything really other than ignore it. Because we will be leaving. There is a time to leave, and that was the time to leave. So that's the entire session with the vet. And calm is king. That's my little catchphrase for this. Calm is king. So that's the end of this video. I've frozen the last couple of frames so I can say this is the end of the video. Just roll on to him, turn around in the car, and that'll be it then. So thank you for watching. I hope that was useful, but it shows how a dog that previously couldn't go to the vet now can, and it's all about relationship.